What's good, YouTube? It's the On Fire Sports Show. It's your boy John.
It's your boy Alex.
And today we're just gonna give our predictions and just talk about Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury coming up this weekend.
Bruh,
This is a big fight.
This is the fight we all been waiting for in the boxing world.
Yeah, everyone's
ever since
I feel like if you're a combat sports fan,
ever since the last fight, we all been waiting on this one.
Yeah, this is a big fight.
Like, honestly, bro, even if you're not a boxing fan or a combat sports fan, if there's one fight you need to watch, it's this fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big fight.
It's this fight, bro. This is the biggest, probably most important heavyweight fight since Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
And I was way back in the early 2000s, bro. Like 2002 when that shit happened.
Yeah, it's
2020 now. So we're talking 18 years. This is the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing in 18 years.
Biggest heavyweight fight.
And that's a big deal, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I'm pumped for this fight.
Yeah, this fight's gonna be good.
Like, I've never been so, like, pumped up, so excited, so anticipated for a boxing fight in my life than I have been for this one. Yeah.
See, I stopped getting pumped for fights because anytime I get super pumped for fights, I'm like, oh, what if it disappoints me? So I'll be like, I
feel that, but I can't help it for this one.
Yeah, because I was telling Isaiah, I was like, if Fury comes out here and actually does fight the way he is, but he's even better, I was like, if he just waxes Deontay, people are gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, this fight, like, but then like with Deontay is like our Mike Tyson, where it could end in the first round. The first shot could put Tyson out.
It can end at any moment.
Yeah.
Whenever Deontay Wilder is fighting, the fight can end at any moment.
And honestly, Deontay's one of the fighters where, like, you don't want to have him, like, down, because if you just have him where he knows he's losing and he just has to come at you brawl, it's actually more dangerous because he just has to touch you with it. He just has to connect once, and it don't matter where he hits you. He can hit you on your damn forehead, bro. Yeah, it don't matter.
And he could put you to sleep for good.
Yeah, good. He can hit you anywhere. Like look, he put Ortiz down with a punch to the forehead. He had him right in the forehead.
Right to the forehead, bro. Put him to sleep. Like, that man was done.
You gotta hit really hard to make some. Like, you could rock someone, hitting them hard in the forehead, but to put them down and be like they're done, like they don't know where they're at, you gotta punch hard. It's really hard.
You gotta punch really hard.
So, like, but yeah, this is gonna be a big fight.
It's going to be a huge fight.
Me, I'm to the point where, like, it's 50-50 to me.
Yeah, it's a 50-50. That's why it's such a great fight.
Yeah, like, I can't even,
honestly, it's 50-50.
Yeah, like, I legitimately don't have a person that, like, oh, I have this person winning. Because, like, it's so 50-50 that it's kind of hard to pick. Because, like, we all know how Deontay has his way to winning. But it all comes down to, is Tyson Fury being dead serious about how he's going to fight this fight? Is he going to stand there and brawl? Because if he's going to, I'll say this, if he's going to stand and brawl, I'm gonna be real with you, I'm taking Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, if he's gonna stand there and brawl like he's been saying, because let's remember he has a new trainer now. It's not Ben Davison no more. That's not his guy no more. He has some new trainer and with that new trainer, they're talking about a knockout. They've been talking about that.
Yeah, so
they've been talking about with this new trainer. They've been talking about how they want to knock Deontay out. So if you're going for the knockout, that you know, I gotta believe that if you are going for the knockout, Tyson Fury, that's gonna leave you open for the knockout even more yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like.
So if you're hunting for that knockout, that's gonna leave yourself open for the knockout even more.
Yeah,
that's dangerous against Deontay.
I'm trying to think. It could be like a way, cause like, you know how fighters fight a certain way, certain fights, so they have like I know Tyson wouldn't do this, but like have like a backup excuse. Like, oh, the only reason Deontay knocked me out was because I stood there and bro, I didn't fight the way I always fight. So, like, if Deontay, if he fights like that, people are going to be saying that.
Yeah.
But, like, the thing is, Tyson Fury knows what he has to do to make it a fight with the head movement. So, like you said, if he's going in there and he's really going to stand there and trade, it's hard to not pick Deontay Wilder.
It is hard. He's been saying second round knockout.
Tyson and that's Fury. Early. And think about, bro, you gotta remember, Deontay's been hit clean from Luis Ortiz.
Yes, he does have a chin.
He does. Like, he's taking shots from Luis Ortiz. And Ortiz, I could put money, I think Ortiz hits harder than Tyson Fury. Ortiz has more power than Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has more power.
You could say so. Or, I mean, it could,
Well, because if you look at, when was the last dude that, like, after the Wilder loss, Luis Ortiz finished his next opponent.
Yeah, he
like
did.
Tyson Fury, besides Schwartz, but like he's not knocking people out. He's not really even dropping people like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. This upcoming fight, Deontay and Tyson, is going to be interesting. And another thing I'm really looking out for is we all got to remember that in Tyson's last fight, he had a nasty cut.
Yeah.
He had a nasty cut. So what happens if Deontay hits him in that same spot again and it cuts open again?
Oh, you don't want to be bleeding against
You don't want to
Deontay.
be bleeding like that against Deontay because you're providing a bullseye target for Deontay. You don't want that. You don't want that same cut to open up again against Deontay. No. That could really. That's one thing I'm really looking out for is if Deontay can open up that wound again.
Yeah.
Because if he can open up that wound again, I think it's I don't know. I think it's done for Tyson.
Yeah, like for me personally, I think it's weird how like we keep everyone like leading up to fight. They bring up Deontay's fight with Luis Ortiz, how like Luis was winning the fight, but like nobody's bringing up that Otto was actually tagging Tyson Fury, and you were like, what if Deontay Wilder was hitting him like that?
He cut him twice real bad.
And remember for a second, we had to see like, was it a headbutt? And we looked, it was a pure punch.
It was a clean punch.
It was a clean punch that cut him up.
And if we're being honest, bro, who was actually closest to losing their fight? It was Tyson.
Because if you think about it, Tyson went to decision.
Yeah.
Wilder finished.
And Tyson was legit this close to having that fight stopped because of how bad that cut was.
Depending on what state you're in, it would have got stopped.
That was a nasty cut. Honestly, there's a lot of doctors, a lot of refs or whatever that would have stopped that fight.
The doctor that stopped the Nate Masvidal fight probably would have stopped that fight.
Yeah, he definitely would have stopped that.
Because I feel like that his cut was worse.
It was bad.
You could see his eyebrow was basically hanging, bro.
I feel like a lot of people are forgetting like how bad Tyson Fury was cut in his last fight, and I feel like that's a factor that people aren't really discussing in this upcoming fight. Because how long has it been since that fight?
It's been.
I mean, it's been.
Hasn't been a year.
It's been like 5 months maybe.
Yeah.
It was in September, I think.
Yeah. So it wasn't a long, super long time ago.
6 months.
Like, if anything, if you look at the last fights, Tyson took more damage than Deontay.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. Deontay might have took some shots, but Deontay didn't get no bruises.
Most definitely. So
we're gonna see.
We gotta look out for that.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like you said, biggest fight. Let's be real, bro. If it wasn't for Mayweather, this would be one of the biggest fights of all time. But it's just Mayweather was so big that all his fights were ginormous.
I do feel like this is I do feel like this is one of the biggest fights of all time.
I feel like it's top five
of this era, of this generation.
Of our era.
I feel like this is the first major fight of the 2020s.
Yeah.
For sure. And this is a huge fight. This is a huge fight for boxing.
Yeah, this is a big fight.
Yeah.
For the heavyweight division. See who's the best. I mean,
it's the biggest fight. It's the biggest fight in boxing in a while, I would say.
Yeah. Well, the Conor McGregor and Mayweather was ginormous.
Conor and Floyd was huge.
They did a whole press tour.
Yeah, that was.
So they were huge. Yeah. And then you got Canelo Triple G.
Yeah, Canelo Triple G. But I would say this is even bigger though, because it's heavyweight. You know what I mean? When it's heavyweight, it's just a different.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah. Only reason I would say Canelo's bigger just because Canelo himself is more known than.
He's Mexican.
Yeah, and he's more known than Wilder and Fury. Like a couple years ago, nobody knew who Fury. We didn't even know who Fury was because he was over.
That's true, but I feel like people know him now though.
Yeah, but
I feel like now a lot can change in 2 years.
Yeah.
A lot can change in 2 years, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of people know now. So how do you see this fight going down?
It all depends how Tyson Fury fights. Like legit, if he fights the way he usually fights, I'm gonna be real. I hope Deontay wins. I'm a huge Deontay Wilder fan.
Yeah.
But I'm biased here and there, but when it comes to I'm being real with combat sports, like if Fury fights the way he usually fights, I have Fury winning the fight by decision.
Yeah.
But if he fights the way he says he's gonna fight, like brawl, I got Deontay Wilder easy.
So how do you think he's gonna fight?
I think he's gonna. I
think he's gonna.
Start it, and then he's gonna feel the right hand a couple times close to the face, or he might get hit with one where he's there, but he's like stuff is moving around, and then he's gonna. It's just because think about it. Like you said, Mike Tyson says everyone has a game plan until you get hit, and I feel like once he gets that first hit, he's just gonna resort back to his normal thing because it's probably just it's like a habit for him. So I feel like he's gonna fight the way he always fights. I feel like he's just talking to sell the fight.
He's talking to sell the fight. So what's your final prediction?
I got Tyson Fury by decision.
You got Tyson by decision?
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Cause like in my heart, I want Deontay. But like if I'm analyzing the fight and being realistic,
so you got a split decision or you got unanimous?
I got unanimous.
You got unanimous Tyson. So
I got Tyson.
You just got him outboxing him.
Yeah, I just got him outboxing him.
Yeah,
that's it. That's how I got it. If he fights the way he's always gonna fight. Who you got?
I feel you. So for me, same thing. You know how he's talking like how he's gonna knock him out second round. Yeah. And to me, the fact that he does have a new trainer that is a more aggressive type of trainer. You know what I mean? So I do have him coming out in like the first couple rounds, more aggressive, like, you know, like striking. Yeah. I got Tyson coming out more aggressive, and I do think he's going to get hit pretty good. You know, I think he's going to get tagged like what you were saying. Yeah, he might. I think he's going to get tagged, and then I think that's going to remind him like, F this. Well, yeah, F this. Let me like do what I usually do. And I think he's going to fight how he usually does. And I think he's gonna do pretty well. Yeah. But then I think in the 10th round, I think you know, Deontay, like he says, he just needs to be perfect for 2 seconds. Yeah. And for me personally, I think he's gonna find that shot, and he's gonna take it and he's gonna hit it, and it's gonna be lights out. So and Tyson Fury ain't going to be coming up for that one. So I got Deontay by a knockout. But to me, it's really because when I look at Deontay's last fight against Luis Ortiz, well, first off, let's remember the last time he fought Tyson. He came out aggressive, Deontay. He came out aggressive, you know what I mean? Like looking for the knockout right away. I don't think he's going to do that this time. I was just about to say that. Low key, for both fighters, it depends. What time are you is Wilder gonna come out trying to, because it's easy to say you're not, but like when you're in there, it might just take over. So like if Deontay's coming for the swing for the knockout, I would definitely have Tyson Fury outboxing the hell out of him. But like you said, if he fights the way he fought against Luis Ortiz, I would have him winning by knockout if he's patient. Yeah, like go ahead, lose the first 5 rounds. It doesn't matter, Deontay, because you don't win on points anyways. You know that. We all know this. He rarely wins on points. We know that, and I think Deontay knows that. Yeah, and I think he knows that the fact that he already knows he's not going to win on points, he's going to be like, I think he's smarter now, and I think he realized like, yo, why I don't have to come out super aggressive right away. Like you said, I can be patient because I really just need 2 seconds. Just one shot. And I think he's gonna be patient throughout the fight. He's gonna be losing pretty much all the rounds, all the way up until the 10th round, where I'm predicting he's gonna knock him out. And I think in that 10th round, he's gonna find that shot, and it's gonna be done. Yeah, I think he's gonna put Tyson out. I think we all gotta remember that. But up until that point, I think Tyson is gonna be winning the fight. Yeah. Yeah, he might get comfortable. Yeah. Low key, I could see him getting comfortable and then doing a little spurt of brawling. He could start showboating, because we gotta remember Tyson is a natural showboat. That's what I'm saying. That's what so he could get a little cocky, and then so that could go against him too. So we gotta see, but I got this fight's big, and like anything can happen. Like cause it's gonna be a great fight. Yeah, we gotta see. Like I'll say this. I'll be utterly shocked if this fight's boring. Like utterly shocked. I'd be utterly shocked. Like too. I would be as shocked as I was when Derek Lewis and Francis had a boring fight against each other. Like I would be shocked. Like I'd be shocked. Like first of all, I'll be so disappointed. But come on, let's be real. Deontay Wilder don't have no boring fights. Because him swinging that right hand's already entertaining. Yeah. If he swings the hardest, you're like, Jesus. You're like, whoa. But my question is, I'll say this. If Deontay lands, I think, like you said, I think it's wraps. Because I don't think Tyson Fury is going to be able to take those shots again like he did last fight and get back up for them. Because he did have a war his last fight.
And remember
did.
those tough
That's
fights.
key. I feel like not too many people are remembering that. He
tough
had a
fights
war
rock
against
you.
Aldo.
Yeah, because if you remember, if you want to go to MMA, Stipe got knocked out by DC, but before they had a war with Francis. Like them wars do something to certain people's chins.
Yeah.
So and remember, Wilder doesn't need to hit clean. No. He just needs to touch it. That's it. He just needs to touch your face.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good fight, y'all.
Real good fight.
That's the just don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what y'all think how the fight's gonna go down.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think.
But yo, I'm ready for the fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great fight.
It's gonna
a great
be
heavyweight battle. So so you got Tyson Fury winning by decision, and I got Deontay Wilder by a 10th round knockout. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yep. All right, y'all. Like always, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we'll see y'all with another video. Peace.
Peace.